Over here making myself a coffee drink very quick.
Oh, that's fine. Take your time.
Thank you. It'll take me a second.
Come here. Come here, Butters.
Now, you were talking about drink mixes. So, are these drink mixes alcoholic that you make?
Yes. For my game streams, they are. Yes.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, look at that. I'm trying to fix my hair here. It got blown around in the wind. Woo. I mean, I like the wild look, but there we go.
Right.
That'll do. That's also got to try and make it look like a little bit like it did before I got up from the break, so it isn't such a jarring difference. I don't have a whole crew to like do hair and makeup. My favorite so far, I have liked them all. The first one I did was called a Gin Ricky, and it's basically just a gin and tonic with like a squirt of lime juice. Delicious, great kind of crisp citrus, refreshing late summer drink. The one I just did and that was for I don't know if you've heard of the BioShock series of games.
Yes.
Yeah, it was for that because it's kind of based in the original BioShock was based in like a 1960s version that was kind of a holdover from the Art Deco 20s to 40s type of thing. So the drink very much, and it was made with tonic water, which in the game they called them tonics. You had these tonics that allowed you to use superpowers.
Right.
And then the one I did, the next game I played was called South Park: The Stick of Truth. And that had in South Park. It had a very kind of medieval flair to it. So there's a whiskey called, Fireball. And because there was a kind of a medieval wizard sword and sorcery flair to it, I decided to make a drink called the DreamWizard's Fireball Cider. And it was about, like 1 part Fireball whiskey to about 4 or 5 parts Martinelli's sparkling apple cider. And that was really good. That was delicious. And it had a nice, kind of, cinnamon spice flavor to the apple juice mixture, basically. For some reason, whiskey and apple juice goes really well together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the one I've,
don't tell the sound of that.
It does. It tastes better than it sounds, and it sounds pretty good. What was I going to, okay. So the next drink, hey, leave her alone. This peanut butter, he's got something about my little gray kitty. He likes to chase her around and nip at her heels. Right? I think he's a little bastard sometimes. I don't know what he thinks she's up to, but he's going to wrangle her. The next one I'm doing is called Pripyat Heavy Water Cooler. And that's a reference to Pripyat is the town next to the Chernobyl nuclear meltdown disaster in Russia, or actually it was in Ukraine, which we've got a whole thing going on in Ukraine right now. And heavy water refers to the coolant mixture that they use around in nuclear reactors. Exactly. And then it's a cooler, as in like a beverage, but it's a cooler as a reference to coolant. Pripyat heavy water cooler. And that one is the most complicated one I've made. And I had actually spent this last week testing. In fact, when I smashed my face last night, I was testing one of the beverages. I'm rather proud to say I was not fucking smashed. I was not drunk off my ass and just took a fall. It was actually a swallowing difficulty. I don't tend to get that. I don't tend to get sloppy drunk. I don't like being out of control like that. To that degree. But anyway, long story short, that one it's 1 part Smirnoff vodka, because you got to get the Russian in there. 1 part Midori melon liqueur for the green. 1 part sweet and sour mix, which has a yellow, so you get the green and the yellow to get more of a fluorescent nuclear reactor color to the beverage. And what was I going to say? Oh, and then about like 3 parts squirt grapefruit soda. because that also has a kind of light green color to it. And I went through a lot of different things. I started with, let's try it with ginger ale. Let's try it with tonic water. And I found out that the clear liquids diluted it too much, so that the kind of bright green became faded too much. But, and also not only does the squirt soda work visually, but I think it also makes it taste better. And so it's got, it's got about like 30, a good 2 fingers of 30 proof total alcohol in the bottom of it. And then mostly it's mixers. So it isn't just like a straight chugging back a straight glass of vodka. That would be too much. I like getting a little buzz on and just feeling it. And but I don't want to get so sloppy I can't play the game or talk to the audience, that kind of thing. So that's starting on Monday. And what's the game? It's related to a game called Chernobylite, which is set in a kind of...
I know Chernobylite.
You do know that game? Okay, yeah. Set in that post-apocalyptic kind of Russian quasi-urban setting. So that's so to go with the game Chernobylite, I will have the Pripyat heavy water cooler as the official beverage, and I'll play that game for a couple of weeks. I stream...
Will you start doing spooky games?
Maybe. What it is right now is
have a spooky thing.
Yeah, no, it works with the season. Maybe if I was a better planner, I would have that worked out. I've got, after I finish Chernobylite, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other games I'm planning to play, none of which are exactly spooky wooky type games. Maybe I need to throw one in there.